You mute someone in the Microsoft meeting.
I don't
No,
what's that?
I said, do you know how to mute someone
To mute.
in the Microsoft meeting program?
Yeah. Are you going to stay here?
Yeah,
Are you sure there is not going to be an echo reflection
that's what I'm saying. I want to mute you. Mute you.
in your own?
Yeah. Because there's no other free. That's the issue.
You can't mute me because I'm the admin.
No?
I don't think you can mute me because I'm the organizer of the meeting. Just so you just try and see if it's going to work like that.
Because that time I tried. That's why I asked you. You know.
It's only the organizer that can mute other participants. So you cannot mute the organizer. Except I mute myself.
Oh, I will just turn the laptop. I will reduce the volume because I don't need the volume. I hear everything. That's the solution.
Have you joined?
Yes, I'm already I'm almost done with it. I'm waiting. Q, QS.
Not seeing anybody waiting. Not seeing anybody waiting. Have you joined?
Yes, I'm waiting.
Okay, so you're all welcome back. But if one can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So today we are going to continue with a new topic, which is simply the conditional statements that we are going to be looking at. We look at indentation, conditional statements, and if time permits us, we look at the loop statements as well. If it doesn't, we stop wherever the time has given us allowance to stop. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Oops. Trying to open file we used the previous time. Oh, I can quickly create a new one here. That doesn't want to show up. Maybe let's say condition statements. Okay, so we are going to start with this indentation. That's what we're going to begin with. So indentation is simply the right way of you writing your code. For instance, if someone is writing a letter, is where you get to, you give something like a paragraph. So, and Python really rely on indentation. If you are using a wrong indentation, you might possibly be getting an error or you get a wrong result. Sometimes you might calculate something, it works, but you are getting a wrong answer. Wrong indentation. So indentation matters very well. And where does this matter? Are using a conditional statement or when you are using a loop statement. So whenever you say if, use if. If is a conditional statement. So when you use if, the next line of code must not start, there must be an indentation. So what do you use for indentation is just an indentation is just a step forward, one paragraph. So you press your tab key to give you one indentation. If you need to, you press two. Just tap on your keyboard. It gives you the correct indentation wherever you want to apply. And most of the time, the system, the PyCharm environment indents for you. Once you use the if statement, and then when you press, well, sorry, let me admit people. There are some people at the door knocking. Can't see them. Leaders will have to come again. I've not been able to see them, to add them. Sorry. So just as I was saying, sometimes when you use the if statement or the for loop statement, it automatically indents for you. It gives you the right indentation. But in most cases, you have to specify the type of indentation you want for yourself, whether 2 steps or 1 step, or however you want to carry out the manipulations in your code. So that is basically about indentation. So now let's look at the conditional statements. So a conditional statements are used or is used in code for decision making. This is where you make all kinds of decision with the condition statement. You specify some condition. If they are not fulfilled, the code will bounce back. If they are fulfilled, it proceeds. So the condition statement make use of some keywords. That is the if. Let's see where this guy is. Trying to add this guy, but I'm not seeing where it is. So I'm not phone.
He wants a new link.
You want a new link?
Or reshare the link.
Can you share in the group?
Me?
That's the group. I'm trying to access the group right now.
Oh.
That's the essence of keeping to time. And now I'm going to spend this time for some other thing.
No, share it.
Yeah. Okay, so I said the conditional statement make use of 3 keywords. That is if you have elif. Okay, 4 keywords. You have else. I mean 3, not 4. Those are the keywords used for
Condition statement.
specific, not joined. Okay, so I believe everybody is complete now. So I said the conditional statement make use of 3 keywords. That is the if, the elif, and the else. Those are the words we are going to be seeing, and these words are already understood by Python. Whenever you use them, Python knows that you want to declare a condition, you want to state a condition for it to follow. Okay, so the if statement is written by using the keyword if, which is if, and then it's always used when a condition, we have just 2 conditions. When you have one if, it means you have 2 conditions. If you have like 3, 4, 5, 6 conditions or more, that is where the elif will now come into play. Otherwise, it stops with if and else. So now let's write an example. Let's see how we can apply the if statements in writing program. Let's say A equal to this and B equal to this. So let's see if A greater than B. And whenever you are using the if statement, the last thing you have to put is your column. So you can see the two columns at the end of that my if statement. So that is the syntax in Python. Whenever you are using an if statement, you must end it with a
Chris is having a noise.
Okay. You can see that the cursor did not. You can see that the cursor didn't return to the initial point. It didn't return to this place. Rather, it gave us a good indentation. But even though the cursor returned to this place, you can always use your tab. Just press tab on your keyboard and it gives you the right indentation. So you see now, I say if A is greater than B, then it should print A greater than B. So I will run this code now and see what is going to happen. It should not print anything because A is not greater than B. You see the console, nothing is displayed here because A is not greater than B. Instead, B is greater than A. And what if we don't want our code? Like now, it doesn't display anything, so we don't know what is going on. So you want it to, at least, if the condition is not satisfied, let it display anything for us. So we can just say, we end it, say else. Can say else print the condition is not satisfied. Satisfied. Okay. So in this case, we run the code again. It's going to bring that condition is not satisfied. So this is where just two conditions are applied. It is either it must be greater than or condition not satisfied. Those are two conditions that are applied. But what if we want to include more condition into this code? That is where you now introduce the elif when the condition is more than one, in between the if and the else. That is where you introduce the elif. The elif must always be in between if and else. You can't start with elif and you cannot end with elif. Though sometimes you might want your code to end with elif, and then you can now say elif this. So what do you print? Print this. Say elif A less than B. So you say print A less than B. So let's run this code. See. You see now it has printed A less than B. It didn't come to this last condition again because one of the condition here has been satisfied. So it has to stop at this particular level. And then in this case, you know our normal formatting things, you can format your code to make it user friendly. You can say A, comma, this B. I believe that will be good to go. You can say A, it will capture the value of this 34 less than 56. Okay, so instead of it to display A less than B, it can actually capture the number, the figures, and then display it on the screen. So you can put more elif inside here. You can say elif A equal to B, print A equal to B. So if you run this, it's still going to print the other one because that is the only condition that is satisfied. But if we change here to maybe, let's say, the same number, 34, 34, and we run this, it's going to print the equality because that is the condition that is being satisfied over there. Are we understanding?
Pardon,
Okay.
on the last one.
Sorry?
So you say elif A equal V, eh? Sorry to print the other one.
Okay, remember I said I said when we're talking about operators, I made mention of one equality sign and the double equality sign. So the one equality sign is used to assign data to a variable, like what I did here. But when you want to do comparison, when you want to compare two variables, you use the double. So now I have changed the values to be the same thing, 34 and 34. So if I run this code now and I include this, For instance, if I should remove this line of code, this is going to return the else part. It's going to return this statement because this condition is not satisfied by these two lines of code.
Okay.
So if I run this now, I'm going to have the condition is not satisfied because A is not greater than B and A is not also less than B. Instead, they are equated. Both of them are equal to themselves. So for me to be able to capture that, I have to bring in another elif statement that talks about equality. It said if elif A equal to B, so you now print A equal to B.
Mm.
Do we understand that?
Okay. Yes.
So now from here, you can simply make this to become what? Can make this to become, enter a number to become a varied instead of being a constant. Can say enter a number, enter another number so that someone will have to input different numbers or maybe the same number. Let's say 45, and then we say 39, and then the same condition still holds there. You can also include more things here in the statement. And also you can combine this and also with this condition we talked about, the and the or. So you can say if, maybe let's say if A equal to B and A less than 8. You see, you have given it and here. And remember the other time I told you that and stands for, and is a compulsory command that once you use and, both conditions must be satisfied. Like this one must be satisfied and this must also be satisfied for you to be able to have the result here. So if I run this code now, and then I say 34, the second one I enter 34. You see, it's printing the condition is not satisfied. Why? Even when both numbers are equated, but that means this part is satisfied, but this one is not satisfied. That's why it jumped to this place, telling you that the condition is not satisfied. So what if I enter, let me say A4, and then I put this, I put B3, I mean 3 for both of them. It's going to print A equal to B. You see A equal to B because both conditions are satisfied. Both the equal to and what the less than 8 are satisfied. But if I change this place to or, you find out that if I type this 34 and then 34, it's going to print that. It's printing A equal to B. Why? Because one of the condition is satisfied. That means or is not compulsory. It's not a must, but and is a must. Both conditions must be satisfied. Are we getting that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's write a program. Let's take this question down. Write a program that will accept maximum and minimum password of 8 and 5 characters respectively. Write a program that will accept maximum and minimum password of 8 and 5 characters respectively. Let the program display wrong password for password less than 5 characters and out of range for password greater than 8 characters. And if
You're
the
too fast.
condition, okay.
The screenshot.
The question? Okay, so you take the question again. As I'll be reading, I will also be trying to see if I can send it group so you can access from there. Okay, so the question says again, write a program that will accept maximum and minimum password of 8 and 5 characters respectively. A program that will accept maximum and minimum password of 8 and 5 characters respectively. Is it my system that is making this noise?
No, Chris.
Respectively, full stop. Let the program display. Let the program display that display is a kind of error message. Display wrong password. Let the program display wrong password for password less than 5 characters. Password less than 5 characters. Comma, out of range for password greater than 8 characters. I've sent the question to the group. Out of range for password greater than 5 characters. I mean 8 characters, sorry. And if the condition is not satisfied. And if the condition is not satisfied. Are we there so we can start writing together?
Yes.
Okay, so one thing you need to note here is the usage of len function. Remember we talked about len function in our previous class. So that is used to determine the maximum and the minimum password here. So we are going to start with declaring our variable. So how many variables do we have in that program? We have to write, because that's the key thing we have to spot out first.
2.
How many variables do you have?
Yes, we have
2.
One for the login data for the name, one for the password.
Okay, we have one variable. The program didn't ask you to capture the name, it only says password. So you have just one variable. So we are going to declare a variable to be, say variable equal to, and mind you, the question also has given you the kind of password you should use. It says characters. So characters can be numbers, letters, integers. So it must not be numbers alone. So you say input, enter password. And then you say if len of password is greater than 8, if len password greater than 8.
Len, yes.
If it's
Yes.
greater than 8, what is the message error we are asked to display?
Return out of range.
Yeah, so you put here print.
Wrong password.
Is it wrong password or out of range? They're out of range. So what is the next condition there? What's the next condition? You say elif len password is what? Is what? Less than what? 5.
5.
So what is the message?
Print.
Wrong password, right?
Yeah, wrong password.
So you say wrong password. What if the condition is satisfied? If the condition is satisfied, you say else, because you are given 2 conditions, so the last one is a satisfied condition. Meaning if those 2 conditions, none of them is verified, it should jump to the last one. So you can say print, else print, you can say print valid password, or you can say print welcome. Okay, that is it. So let us run this code and see. So let me just enter any random digits here. You see, it said out of range because it is more than 8. What I've just typed there is more than 8. Let me run it again and type something less than 5. I've typed 4 characters there. Say wrong password. So which one will be correct in this case? Which one do you think will be correct? What should we type that it will give us, that will tell us welcome? How many characters should we type for it to tell us welcome?
6.
Yeah, you can type 6, you can type 7, you can type 8, you can type 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are the valid ones.
Hello.
So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says welcome because this is what? This is equal to 5.
Actually, 5 is not possible in my problem.
How did you write? Did you put less than 5 or you put greater than 5?
Then password, yeah, less than 5.
And it's not working?
It's not working, as you can see. Auto version.
See, this is greater than, not less than. Put less than. It's greater than 8 and less than 5. Okay, I believe you are good with that. Are we good with that?
Yes.
Okay. So we want to modify the same code. We want to modify the same code so that it will accept exactly 5 values or exactly 8 values. The password must be either 8 characters or 5 characters. Not 6, not 7, but 8, not 9. So we are going to modify this now into that. So we still leave all these ones there because those conditions are still valid. So before the else, we introduce another elif. Say if password, elif password, sorry, it should be len password. If len password equal to 8 or len password equal to 5. What do you print? You can say password is valid.
Password
Okay.
correct. Yeah?
Yes, password correct or password is valid. Whatever
Yes.
grammar is suitable there.
Okay.
And here, if it's not satisfied, you can say maybe, oops, they put more efforts. So now let's try this. Let's say we have 6 characters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You say, oops, put more efforts. That means it's not correct. So let's try 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still wrong password. Let's try something more than 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's out of range. So let us try 5, exactly 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The password is valid. So that now only accepts 8 characters, or it accepts 5 characters. So what do you think will be the way out if I change or to and? Can this condition ever hold? Is it possible?
No.
It's not possible for that condition to hold, because what we are declaring can never happen. So we cannot use a compulsory operator there. Instead, we change it to the one that is flexible. So now, in this case, you can modify your code to look as the way you want. You can put an escape value here. You can say something like your password must be your password must be 5 or 8 characters. Is a must. Otherwise, the system will bounce you back.
Mm. Mm.
So if I run this again, and still limit that, must be okay. Are we good with that?
Your password must be.
Are we good to proceed?
Yes, print and we see.
Okay, let's write, let me send another question to the group. Okay, this one says, write a program that we request for the student's year of admission and then calculate his or her current level based on the present year. Write a program that we request for student's year of admission and then calculate the student's current level based on the present year. Hint: year of admission must be 4 digits, else show the necessary error. Year of admission must be 4 digits. That is application of the len function again.
Pardon?
Sorry?
Can you repeat?
Okay, the question says, write a program that we request for students' year of admission, to require for students' year of admission, and then calculate his or our current level, calculate his or our current level based on the present year. Calculate the current level based on the present year. Hint: year of admission must be 4 digits, else show the necessary errors. Are we good to go? Good to go, good to go. I'm not receiving response. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
let's
we're
say
good. Current year.
let's say current year. I talked about this the last time, so you can use this or you can just declare your current year manually. Or so we say year of admission, year underscore of underscore admission equal to integer, enter year of admission. Okay, so we say if len year of admission let me remove this so that we can have some error and then we debug. Year of admission, the year of admission is greater than 4, is greater than 4. So you print, please enter a valid year.
Yes.
Elif len year of admission less than 4, can say enter a valid year. It must be for integers. Okay. So elif len of this equal to 4. What do? We start our calculation. So we say current underscore level equal to what? Current year
Yes.
minus year of admission. So you can now say print the current level is current level. Else you say print, please enter a valid year. I believe you've seen some lines here. This is an error. This is an error. So let me run. Yeah, so let me run the code and then we see the kind of error that this is going to return. So enter this, I'll enter this. Say this, the error type is error type. And type error. That's the name of the error that has just occurred, type error. What does this mean? It means you cannot measure the length of a number. You can only measure the length of a string, but not the length of a number. And mind you, before we started here, the year of admission, we have converted it to integer here. So you cannot measure the length of an integer. So what do we do in this place? We convert it back to string. We have to change it from number into a string so that we can be able to measure the length. So in this place, we put str, open a bracket, and then we close a bracket here. We do the same thing here, str with this, and with this. Likewise, str, then we end it here. So with that, we have been able to reconvert the integer to string. So I run the code again. I will enter 4 digits. Say your current level is minus negative because the year I entered is greater than the current year. So what if I enter a year lower than the current year, maybe 1998, say your current level is 28. 28. Yeah. So what if I enter a value like 45? This cannot be a year, 45. So please enter a valid year. It must be 4 integers or 4 digits. What if I enter something more than 4 digits? See, it's still returning, enter a valid year. So now, the challenge I want to leave you with for you to sort out is the year, the year of admission should not be greater than the current year. For instance, I said 2027. You see, 2027 is greater than 2026. So it's going to return a negative answer, -1, which is not supposed to be so. So we are going to fix in that a condition in this code that will be able to handle this so that if someone enters a year that is higher than the current year, it will bounce the person back. Okay, so that is that for that, except you have a question to fire on.
Okay, I have a question to ask.
It's okay.
All right, I noticed that when you are writing the code, that place of the if, then the length, that when you want to put your strings, you know, use the normal strings, which was the double or single. You just inputted your string as a command.
I didn't get the question.
I mean, in your code, line 5, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
You did not use the normal thing that we do use, which is the quotation. Like in English, we call it quotation. Can you hear me?
Else.
Hello?
Yeah, yes.
About your phone, I can't hear you again. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Are you hearing me?
What is your question?
Okay, my question is, in that line 5, when you are writing if, then length bracket string, why didn't you use the normal string in the quotation form? Why do we have to use it as a command?
I think your network is too bad. I can't understand what you are saying, really.
Emmanuel, can I translate what he's saying to you?
Okay, if you have heard him.
Yeah, I've heard. He's saying, if that first if there, you have written length, string, year of admission greater than 4. You have not used quotation marks like the one in print there. In print, you have put quotation marks there. Then also when you come to elif, you didn't use quotation marks. It's asking why. Have you seen?
I didn't use quotation mark in these ones because year of admission is already defined here. So you can't put this in a string. If you put this in a string, it becomes a string. So you cannot, this will not work. So you don't put a variable in a string. You don't put a variable in a quotation mark because it has already been declared. Okay, for instance, now you say, please enter a valid here. It's not declared anywhere up here. So if I want to remove this from this place and then bring it without a quotation mark, I can just do something like this. I cut this one out, maybe X. So I come here and then I declare it. I can say instruction equal to this. So that anywhere I want this statement, I will just pass in instruction. So I will just come here and then say instruction so that I will not use the string. Do you understand? So you don't put a variable in a string except you are using a formatted string. Except you are using a formatted string, something like this. This is where you can put this in a string. If quotation, then you put this in a bracket. Put your that's only where this could work in a string. But if you are not using a formatted string, you don't put your variable in a string. Otherwise, it will turn to a constant.
Okay, the question as well. So what is, because the current level is -1, doesn't make sense. And the program is not printing out the please enter a valid year. Because for example, what is if you are writing down enter of admission 2020, no 22, no 2002, like this, then your level of your current level will be something like 2020 or something like this.
If you enter 2022, the current level is 4.
Yes.
No, like 2002.
2002.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see that.
Maybe the current level will be 24, maybe. Current level must be 24. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, why is that?
See what is giving us?
Yeah, but why is it? I don't have this one.
It's a valid year.
The current level is 24.
So that is correct. Is it not correct? I don't know why mine is picking something else. Okay, 24. Maybe I was pressing 0 here.
So now, do you understand what I mean? I would like to have in the program then as a print. The year is not valid because 24 you can't, it doesn't make sense.
That's where I said you can include more
Ellipse.
yes, more elif that will handle that, such that you want the year interval, your current level to be maybe level 2 and 3. Maybe let's say just level 1 to 5. Anything more than 5 levels, the program should tell you that the level is out of range, or maybe it's carryover, is extra year.
So the statement would be if elif length string.
You can say elif. That is where you are now bringing in if statement inside another if. Like in this place now, this is where we have calculated this. So you can say something like if current level greater than or equal to, maybe say is 5. Say print you have extra years. You understand now? So this line now will handle the code. What Python does, that Python runs its code from top to bottom. So it will run this line of code first before it goes to this. So once the statement has captured this one will be nullified. So let's say we have this. 20, let's say 1998. Okay, we introduce, let's say we call break. Break there. If it's greater than 5, this okay, so you can use if it's greater than this, you can say else. Yeah, that would be better. You can now use else and then you indent this under this one. You see now? So that if it's greater than 5, it will bring this one. But if it's not greater than 5, it will jump to this other one.
Yeah.
So we run the code again here. You can say 1998. See, you have extra years left because it's greater than 5 years. So you can now see that we are using if statement inside another if. So that is called nested.
Good to know.
Nested if. Yeah. Okay. I believe that has been cleared. So on that note, the question I was supposed to solve next, I'm going to leave it for you to go and battle with it at home.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm going to send the question to the group. Then from there, we can deal with it. When you come back next time.
On
Okay,
email,
thank you, teacher.
Sorry?
On email.
No, in the group chat, the WhatsApp group.
Group chat.
Yes, I added you to a WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Mm.
Fine.
Okay, the question says, write a simple number guessing game program that a user will guess a number and be congratulated if the guessed number is correct. A program is just like a game. When you click, you type 1, it will tell you number is correct or number is wrong, depending on what you have programmed in the background. So with that, we call it a day. Sorry? There is no other question. So we stop there for today.
No, please talk.
Yes, please, the assignment, try as much as you can to do. If you encounter a challenge, you post it in the group so that we deal with it there instead of coming to the class to waste time in solving a past question.
Yes.
Okay, so we stop there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.